Well, I have no idea how to fucking start this. I guess you did the 20 pictures with me, so me and Dan had to do 20 pictures with you.
Oh boy.
We teamed up, and we both got 10 each. So, are you ready?
I am. What what
Ready?
what exactly is this slideshow going to consist of, Eric? What am I
Whatever.
in for?
So, we went through your Facebook,
Oh
and
no.
we Facebook stalked you,
Oh
basically.
no. Oh
Yeah,
no.
we went pretty deep. I've gotten to like we saw pictures. We're like, okay, I'm not sure he's 18 yet here. Like, we went that deep. But
There's definitely a picture where you are not 18 yet.
For the
yeah, I
oh,
had some questions and some concerns.
so this is either going to be the greatest thing I've ever done or the worst, and I'm not sure which direction it's going to go in.
We tried to get a
Well,
large swath of different things.
right.
All right.
You have so many pictures from Disney, and I was just like, I can't just grab them all. Like, I just can't grab, I just can't grab Disney stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I had to like look around, but there were some things that I saw that were in Disney that I feel like, oh, these are definitely going to be funny stories or pull at your heartstrings or something.
Great. All right. I didn't feel like crying today, but we can go ahead and do that. So live on CKCC video, and we do have to update that the 20 pictures logo there. Oh boy. So this is basically going to be like a "This Is My Life" segment.
This is your life. Also, not in any order.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
there's no
This
order to this.
great. So I don't know what to
We were
expect.
just in a chat together,
Oh
pulling
boy.
pictures,
All right.
and
Also,
I would label them a description, and then I took them alphabetically by the description and put them in that number order.
Also, I know you said to only use pictures of you,
Mm-hmm.
but you know how I follow rules. All right, let's move on.
All right. So welcome to 20 pictures, everybody. I don't know what's going to happen. Wish me luck. May the odds be ever in my favor.
All right.
Oh boy. You started off with a good one.
Yep.
All right.
So, what's the story?
The story is in 2007, I went on a study abroad trip to Europe. We were staying in Nice, France. And every
Nice.
weekend, yes, very nice. Very nice, very evil city. We were staying in Nice, and every weekend we would take a trip to basically go see Europe because I don't know if I'm ever going to get back to Europe, so I wanted to try to do as much as possible.
Also, European countries are the size of small states.
Yeah, so it's a 12-hour train ride from Nice to Amsterdam, which may sound like a lot, but that's actually more than it would take for me or Eric to drive to Florida, or less time. So like,
Yep.
it's not that big of a deal. So yes, I have been to Amsterdam, and there is the proof. And don't zoom in too hard on that picture because I think a lot of those people are naked in that photo.
Oh,
So
well,
so
we did not know that.
so that might not be very YouTube friendly. So don't
So-
go zoom in too hard.
Okay, no zooming in. Did not know that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll get pixelated to hell if I zoom in much more.
Yeah, probably.
So
But yes,
it's like I Amsterdam like a tourism slogan thing, or
I mean, it was just there, and I was like, "Oh, I got to have a picture under this," so I did.
See,
and-
I read it as I am Amsterdam, like I am the Senate, and I just saw your picture and I was like, yeah, okay.
I am Amsterdam. Execute order, pot brownies.
Mm.
A couple of fun tidbits about Amsterdam, because everybody associates it with the weed and the sex and everything. It actually is a really beautiful city. It has a lot of really cool architecture, a lot of canals that run through the city, a lot of bridges, a lot of old-fashioned buildings. The red light district itself is two alleyways that have red lights in them, and that's your red light district. And you can smoke your weed out on the street and everything like that, but you can't use a device to smoke it. It has to be like a joint or something that you rolled, because they still do have rules against hard drugs. And we turned down the wrong alleyway at one point, and I saw a guy bumping coke right off a dumpster. And I turned right around and went back out onto the main street because I'm in a foreign country, and I'm not about to mess around with that. But it is, as fun as it was, very beautiful city, and about 80% English, so we didn't have any problem communicating. But yes, I have been to Amsterdam, and that was a trip, let me tell you.
Were you the kid that put your finger in the dam to keep it from flooding?
No. Considering that would be Denmark. No, I did not do that. I did not break the dam.
Now, did you have what's it called? Absinthe or
Absinthe.
Or whatever.
No, not in Amsterdam. I actually got that in a small winery in France, out in the countryside, is where we found the actual absinthe.
What's that feeling like?
Well, imagine if you smoked and drank at the same time, and then you felt like it wasn't taking effect, and you stood up really fast. You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yep.
Yes. No little green men, but we were also doing shots straight out of the bottle. So, yeah. I was in college.
You didn't pour it over the sugar cube or whatever?
No, we didn't have sugar cubes to pour it over. Also, we were dumb college kids in Europe.
Uncultured swine.
I mean, we're Americans.
Filthy Americans.
That's part of the package deal. Well, that's a hell of a picture to start with. And there's 19 more of these?
Yes.
Yep. And here's the next one.
Ah, yes. So I picked this picture because it's the only one that I found of you that is you're not smiling. Like, you love to smile, dude. But this also artsy as fuck.
Super artsy, yeah.
Like, so what's up with this?
So, if I remember correctly, I'm passed out on a train, again in Europe. And I believe this was coming back from Italy. This was either the train back from Amsterdam, which I know we did some overnighting on, or this was the train ride back from Italy. Either one, I obviously did not take the picture. That would be Jeff Hollis. Shout out to Jeff if he is watching this. He is the photographer of the group. He's still a photographer. He's a great photographer. And he has a couple of shots of us sleeping on the train. And nobody robbed me, so I'm good. So yes, that is me passed out on a train.
You didn't get Bert Kreischer on your international?
I did not, no. Oh, by the way, when you go through the tunnels in Italy, there are portions where it does completely black out the train. And when that happened, we were all switching positions and jumping on each other and going, "Mi scusi," because Eurotrip, which we also watched while we were over there.
Somebody doesn't know.
My very first 8x10 from World Star Wrestling, of course.
When you were part of the fake AWA.
Which was actually the real AWA owned by a fake Gagne. Because it was Dale Gagne, but he didn't even spell it the right way.
It was Gagner.
It was Gagner. So I still have that blazer with the AWA logo on it. Obviously, I don't wear it anymore, and I don't want to remove the patch. I'm not really sure what to do with it. I was thinking about maybe doing like a shadow box of some wrestling memories and putting it in there. But it was really cool. It was a cool time. The AWA Association was a lot of fun because I got to work with a lot of different people. I got to meet, what's his name, Buddy Landell, before he passed away. I got to meet Steve Carino through that. I know some of the non-wrestling people don't know who I'm talking about, but the wrestling fans know who those people are. And it was just cool to say you were associated with the American Wrestling Association, which was...
Or Vince slapped that shit down!
And that happened. That didn't last very long because Vince McMahon did not want that to be the case. So, but yes, This was, of course, during my early Photoshop days when I thought gradient effects were the shit. So I put a gradient effect behind it, painstakingly cut myself out of the background just to add a gradient effect, and maybe I wasn't the best idea. But that was my first 8x10. I think I've autographed about 10 of them. So if you have one, that is a collector's item, probably valued at around 99 cents. So congratulations, and I hope you enjoy that.
How much money the paper's worth.
Exactly. Yes, and it is 99 cents. Fuck that extra penny. You're not getting the extra penny.
No, not
99 cents exactly. I will count it.
1 penny at a time.
Exactly, a penny at a time.
There's a baby.
There is. That is my niece, Rebecca. When she was born in July, and that picture was from October, we went up to see her for the very first time. Rebecca's birth was a huge catalyst in me moving back up north from Florida, because this was the first time I met her. The next time I met her was at her first birthday party. And that was a little too much for me to not be around family anymore. So this was a big factor in our decision to move back up north. Did you know, Eric, because you were there, did you know that Rebecca was at the wedding?
No, I did not.
Yes, my sister was pregnant at the time. And she said the wedding happened at the perfect time because she was just starting to show and her dress just fit. So she was really happy that the timing worked out. But yes, that is my niece, Becca. And I remember her age because she was born the year we got married, so she will turn 9 this year.
Oh, nice.
It's a really, really easy age
We've
to
been
remember.
podcasting.
Now-
Holy shit.
Yeah.
When we found this picture, I don't know if he would know, but we were trying to guess the age of the couch, too.
Oh my god.
Because that is a late 70s, early 80s couch.
I have no idea. I'd have to ask my sister. I believe that it was one of those couches that came from a family member where you go through the whole situation where you're moving to your first apartment or whatever, and thus there's going to be furniture involved for the first time. So your starter furniture is hand-me-downs from the family. Because I remember our first couch that we had was this like royal piece of crap that even had a piece of wood sticking out the back, and it was supposed to be a fold-out sofa bed. It was heavy as hell. It was not comfortable, but we needed a couch, so free couch.
Right, I understand that.
So I think everybody's like first couch is the free one that comes from the family. So I believe, if I remember my family history, that actually came from my aunt. But yes, I'm glad that was the focal point. Not my niece or the family moment or.
Listen, we knew it was a family moment, right? We obviously know it's not your kid, but we're just like, oh man, how old is that baby? And then I looked at the couch, and you know how my mind wanders. I'm like, well, how old is that fucking couch? Like, look at it. It's clearly from the 70s or something.
I'm assuming yes, it probably is. I appreciate that being the focal point of the photo.
I mean, seriously. All right, so here you are at the Walk of Fame, but you stop and take a picture at Burt Reynolds.
Well, that's actually Universal Studios in Florida. Okay. That is not
the
California.
Fake Walk of Fame.
That is a fake Walk of Fame. And what do you mean, why Burt Reynolds? Why not Burt Reynolds is a better question.
It's a funny name.
Dude, it's Burt Reynolds. You know I love Burt Reynolds. That was, yeah, this is Universal.
I can see it now. Now that you say it, I looked over and I can see the fucking curb.
Yeah.
Exactly
yeah, you know.
God damn it.
Right by Terminator, where Terminator used to be. That's where they had that little Walk of Fame. So it's cool that you actually brought up this picture because this was a really fun trip in general. This was one of those rare days where two of my roommates, the two that I was closest to, which was Kenny and Brett, not only had the day off, but so did our friend Ryan, who lived across the hall. He was like our honorary roommate because I think he spent more time in our place than he did in his. And it was very rare that all four of us would have the day off together. So we were like, let's go to Universal. And I was the one who had the car, so I was like, yeah, let's go. And we all got our annual passes because we were college program kids, so we all got an annual pass because we wanted to go to Universal on our days off. And that was one of those days where we did like everything in both parks. Start at Islands of Adventure, do the whole thing, end at Universal. I think we ate at Cheeseburger in Paradise. We got alcoholic drinks, except for Kenny for some reason. But yeah, that was actually just a really, really fun day at the parks with friends. And Burt Reynolds. R.I.P. Who chose this photo, by the way?
I don't remember.
That makes it better.
I think it was Dan.
That makes it better, actually. He just wanted the Turd Ferguson reference. I know. I know that's why you actually did that. That's broadcasting school. That is definitely broadcasting school. I would have been the stage manager for this, whatever production this was going on here. That could have been... I'm going to say that was probably my first year at broadcasting school. I was a transfer student, so it would have been technically the junior year. But that would have been the Broadcasting 1 class, it looks like. Check out those old-ass cameras. Because they didn't switch to HD until after I graduated.
Well, I mean, you were there in the mid-aughts, right? So that would be, yeah.
This would have been 06, 07, and HD took off in 08. So, yeah. Technology left me behind. Literally. Because I graduated and then they went HD.
Isn't that the worst? Whenever you learn something and then you leave and then the new thing comes in.
It's immediately. Like you started behind the 8-ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you more about what's actually going on with like the production and everything, but if you asked me what I had for dinner 2 nights ago, I couldn't tell you that either, so.
Fair enough. How old are you in this picture?
21 or 22.
Okay.
All right.
That's the first picture Shannon and I ever took together.
Do you know who picked this picture?
I'm assuming you.
Yeah, of course. I couldn't skip through this. I knew that I had to like grab this because I knew it was literally I just went through you and Shannon and found the oldest picture that I could find.
And this is it. This is actually the first picture we ever took together. This was her last day on the college program.
Who was giving you the bunny ears?
Christy Grissett, shout out. If you're watching this, and you might be.
And who's that ghostly figure in the background?
I can't really tell who that is. That's either Brian or Brock. I can't really tell because they kind of look similar. But if one of y'all are watching, go ahead and point that out. That is the Safari Break Room. We shared it with the Pangani crew, which is how I started talking to Shannon in the first place. And I've told that story before. There were 4 girls who were always in there. And the prettiest and quietest one, nobody was ever talking to her. And I didn't know why. So I talked to her. And I guess it worked out.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Yep. That was her last day. So, had to take a picture.
That story.
But, good story.
So the National Christmas Center. What's up with that?
Yeah. That's right here in Lancaster, which I don't think exists anymore. I'm pretty sure it shut down.
Did it survive the Rona?
Actually, no, that's a good question. I don't know if it was a Rona thing or it just wasn't popular enough, but it was one of those things that we had seen but had never done, and then my sister was visiting with the kids, and we were like, let's find some fun stuff for them to do. And we're like, how about the National Christmas Center? So we took them there. And then, of course...
Cartoon Network.
Oh my god, you are not going to let that die!
I was going to say it. I was going to say it, too.
That poor hotel. All right. Dan, the next time you come to visit here, which will be the first time you come to visit here, I
was close, but not close enough.
I am going to make sure you stay in that hotel. And I expect a 5-star review afterwards, even if you don't give it 5 stars. I want the review to be so good that the review is worth 5 stars. But yes,
So anyway, National Christmas Center.
National Christmas Center. It was cool because it has all kinds of stuff about the history of Christmas. It has different cultural takes on Santa Claus inside. It had different cultural decoration ideas. It was a really fun little museum to go through. But as far as I know, it doesn't exist anymore. I will double check on that. And maybe somebody can correct me if the National Christmas Center still exists. But as far as I know, it does not. Down in Paradise, on the southeastern end of Lancaster.
There's a movie about
Paradise, Pennsylvania?
Yeah, stars Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah?
Him and his brothers are going to do like a bank job there, but then they fall in love with the town.
It actually is a really nice little town.
So I imagine they have hella Christmas decorations to buy.
Of course they do.
How does it compare with the Christmas store at Downtown Disney?
Well, okay, so this is an actual museum with culture behind it that happens to have a gift shop. That's just give us your money, and here's some overpriced Disney stuff that you can hang on your Christmas tree.
The extra money.
Yeah, exactly. So it does not compare. This is a lesson in culture. That's a lesson in give me your money, open your wallets for something you're only going to hang up for maybe a month at most.
That's what Christmas is all about.
Dude,
hell yeah, that's the spirit of Christmas.
So long this year. It was definitely late February this year.
If
It was up for a long time.
I always stipulate to put the tree up on November the 1st, right after Halloween, just because so Shannon can get her 2 months of Christmas because she has to endure 2 months of Halloween with me. But I have proposed and been rejected to put the tree up in September and decorate it for Halloween and then redecorate it for Christmas. That idea has sadly been shot down, but I will continue to try until I am successful. Halloween tree.
Christmas room.
The only problem with that, and I've suggested that for a future house, is that she would want the tree up in the public space during the holiday season and wouldn't want to have to like relocate it. Otherwise, yeah, I'd be all for a Christmas room. I think she would actually let me have a Halloween room because then she wouldn't have to look at it. So.
Well, I mean, you have like, memorabilia. It would be horror memorabilia.
Or
right?
You meet halfway and just have a Nightmare Before Christmas room.
What's this?
Exactly. What's this? This is the greatest time of the year because Halloween hype starts the hype that leads to my birthday, that leads to Thanksgiving, that leads to Christmas, that leads to the New Year. And then January shows up and it just dumps a shit ton of ice on you and Eric almost dies every year.
And then you got to wait another 7 months to start getting hyped again.
But Dan, when does Christmas hype actually start?
Starts on Boxing Day, of course.
There you go.
The mayor goes around and says there's only 365 days till next Christmas.
And then the werewolf corrects.
And then the werewolf says 64.
I love that meme. I share it every December 26th because of course I do.
Anyway, next picture. It's you, Mike Zapsik, Walt Flanagan, at Jane and Silent Bob's.
Okay, so now that you've captioned the picture for me, I guess I don't have to go into any more explanation.
Well, what'd you do? Did you buy anything?
I of course I did. So my buddy Mark Adams came to visit. Shout out to Mark. Really good brother, by the way. He came to visit for the week, and I asked him what are some stuff he wanted to do, and he really wanted to go to the secret store, so I took him. And of course, these guys work there as their full-time gig. And had to take a picture with them because of course I did. And the shop is, I mean, it's smaller than you'd probably expect based on the hype, but it's a decent sized comic book store. They were playing B monster movies on the TV. Actually, War of the Gargantuans was playing, so that was actually kind of neat. They have all kinds of Jay and Silent Bob stuff, all the View Askew stuff that you would expect. But then
I can see the Kev Smith jerseys back there.
The comic book stuff and everything. But it's a comic book store too, so they had like the life-size Harley Quinn and everything, which of course I see every time I see it. I'm like, I want this, and then I look at the price tag and I go,
do you want this or do you want to be in your house next month?
Well, I can either have rent or I can have this full-time statue. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's never going to be an option. But yeah, they were both really nice guys. They were really fun. At one point, the phone rang and Mike was sick of it, and he actually threw it across the store. And he goes, "God, I'm sick of this damn phone ringing. Ugh, customers piss me off. Am I right, boys?" He said that to me and Mark. So, and if that's not the most relatable thing ever, I don't know what is. Because they know who comes in and who their real fans are. So
Yeah.
And that night we went to a Phillies game because the Red Sox were playing, and that's Mark's team, and they lost.
Oh, that's
One
You
and
went
only
all over that day.
one and only time I. Oh, we also went to White Castle. I was like, "Where do you want to have lunch?" He goes, "I need to try White Castle." Say no more. When in Jersey, get yourself some White Castle. Because the closest one to me is in Allentown. And that's a little bit of a hike.
I mean, yeah, that's a bit far for a meal. For a small meal.
For specifically White Castle, yes. Yeah. But yes, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. Really glad. I know they're at a new location now. But I'm glad I got to see the old one.
It looks empty in that picture. I feel like there was like nobody there except the three of you.
There were other customers.
Therefore.
There were other customers there, but they're not in the picture.
Not that moment.
No. We also went on like a Wednesday or a Thursday in like the afternoon. So I'm sure
Wednesday's new book day, bro.
Yeah. But they were really cool and they had no problem taking the picture. So I remember when I first posted this picture, I remembered one of the comments on it was from Dan, and it said, "Tell him, Steve Dave." Of course I remember that. I don't remember what I had for dinner on Thursday, but I remember that. I remember dumb stuff.
Dumb stuff. Okay, this is an Eric. What the fuck?
Yeah, that is. Oh, what the fuck is that?
That is from the Harry Potter display. That's Shark Victor Crumb. There's no other story there.
Because he fucked up his spell,
okay.
right? And that's why he doesn't get full points.
Okay. I just didn't know what was happening there. I thought it was like a Jaws thing at first, and then I was just like, there's hands! So I was like, all right.
That is the next Sharknado movie.
That's fucking terrifying.
Land shark.
Land shark. Telegram.
That's a good age check if people know what you mean when you say land shark.
Why? Why do we have to do that now?
All right.
That is young Chris. I'm going to say... Jeez. I mean, it's elementary school, I can tell you that. I don't know if I can tell you the exact grade. This is proof that I actually used to have hair. It might be thinning. I don't know.
I feel you there, buddy. I feel you there.
It's actually going more gray than it's thinning, and I'm not sure if that's worse or not. Nope. Old picture of me when I was a youngin. When I was a young lad. My ears
were a young warthog.
Yes, my ears are still huge. My teeth are no longer crooked, and I've had LASIK surgery since then. So.
You've had LASIK.
Yes, you knew this.
I did. And I forgot. And I will remember again.
Right when I had to turn 21 before they would do it. And I turned 21 in November, and I had the surgery in February.
How long was the recovery?
It was about 2 or 3 days before my eyesight got to a point where I could function pretty well. And then it was like a full actual month of healing where everything else took place. Like, driving at night was not an option during that time period, during the recovery.
And think about this. That was like 20 years ago when that all happened. So
Yeah. I mean, the recovery period's
like
probably better now.
Well, like, I had, like, my tonsillectomy, adenoidectomy, and they're, like, they went home before I did.
Yeah.
So.
Nope, I've only ever had 3 major surgeries. Tonsillectomy, LASIK, and then I had a secondary eye surgery. I had a lazy eye when I was younger, and they did a correction on that. So... those are my 3 major surgeries. And let's keep them that way.
And 2 of them involving eyes. I just can't. Like, I feel like I could have
Okay.
somebody cut me open and do whatever, but not on my eyes.
Okay,
know
so
what I mean?
you know you're awake for the LASIK procedure, right?
I know. That's
You are
why
awake
I
for this. And they numb your eyeball and they physically write on it with a marker to mark where they're going to make the insertion. You don't feel it, but they're 100% taking a pen to your eyeball and writing on it. And then you have to stare at the laser while it does its job.
Is it painful? Staring
No,
at
you're
the laser?
numb. It's numb. Oh, but I had to go through 24 individual tests before I had the surgery. Everything from eye strength itself to like how much does your eye tear, so they knew what to collect. Because they brace it open. They brace it open because you can't blink. And the reason why you're awake for it is because if they knock you out, your eyes will roll back. So you have to stay awake and focus on it. But I will tell you this. I was loaded up with so many drugs that I don't think I even knew what was happening.
Good God. Oh, that's fucking terrifying.
So, Eric, when you getting your LASIK?
I don't know, man. I really want it, but at the same time, my eyesight's not that bad.
And the thing is,
my
like,
eyesight is too bad for it, I think, at this point.
well, that was a big concern with me, which is why I don't have perfect 20/20 vision now. And that's also why they said as I get older, when I hit my 40s, I'll probably start needing glasses again for reading and driving. And that's fine. I mean, I wear the blue tint glasses. I'm not wearing them now because they're really reflective. I'm just watching your cats in the background, Eric. The cat hit the little ball hanging off the tower, and that caught my attention because, you know, motion on the screen. So I wish mine were in the background. That would have been nice. But nobody cares about me when I'm recording. But
Should've
yeah,
just had the back cam and not even record me. Just
Yeah.
put the fucking camera on them.
but like I wear the blue tint glasses and I wear them a lot at work because I spend so much time on the computer there, and they help. But like, I mean, it's not going to bother me if I ever have to wear them again. It's the fact that I'm not reliant on them anymore. Because without them, I couldn't see. I think like my hand had to be like this close to actually be in focus.
When did you start wearing glasses?
I was like 2 or 3.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, it was young.
I was third grade by the time I got
One
it.
of my earliest memories that I can retract from my childhood is me standing at the television, like doing the whole standing at the TV thing, and my mom distinctly saying, "I think we need to get him checked for glasses." One of my earliest memories. I still have that memory, so. All right, well, that was a nice deep dive into my childhood that also went in a different direction than you were probably expecting.
I mean, anything direction.
Right on, laser. What the hell's going on here?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
I
it's the
saw somebody
production.
making
I imagine it's back at school in the production booth, right?
Yep.
And somebody's getting flipped off.
Yep. She didn't want her picture taken. Never wanted her picture taken. And then there's me, just popping in from the background. Yeah, because
more at school.
Yeah, so a lot of these pictures that you have here, like this particular set of pictures, I believe this was the last day of class, and I brought my camera in to specifically take pictures that day, so we could have pictures. Because, you know, this is before the whole advent of the iPhone era. So we didn't have... If we had a camera on our phone, it wasn't a good one. So we were still living in the digital camera age. So in came the digital camera, take some pictures, have some memories.
Just like,
Day of
it
class.
amazes me now that you mention it, like, all the things that the phone has replaced. Like, we no longer need cameras because they're on the phone.
Calculators.
We don't need
Compass.
calculators because it's on the phone.
GPS. The TomTom, the Garmin's, all that stuff.
Yep. We no longer need, like,
Phone book.
MP3 players because it's on the
Nope.
phone.
It is an MP3 player.
Yeah, like, it's everything.
Yeah. PDA.
You don't have a calculator in your pocket when you're grown up.
Yeah. Joke's on you, math teachers.
I know, right?
Dude, one of my math teachers was ancient when I was in high school, and I actually wonder if she's still alive.
She's gone now.
She was so bitchy. So this is mean. This is going on YouTube. I need to be
it's
nicer.
funny. It's fucked up because we're probably thinking like elementary school, right? Like, and you're like that. Our teacher was ancient, but in reality, they're probably like 35 or 40.
Right, right.
they
just felt ancient to us.
I
No,
only have one teacher.
this
that I'm
teacher
pretty
was
sure
really
is
old.
dead.
Yeah, this teacher was really old. I actually do know one of my history teachers in high school passed away, but he was only 50 years old, and I was actually kind of upset about that.
I probably had 2 teachers that are probably dead at this point.
Yeah, it's sad. I don't want to think about that.
Almost definitely. Anyway.
Well, let's skip this picture. Brought on death.
One of my-
Hey, good times. We went from death to Reese's. Why do you look like you're dying or coming?
Both?
Or both.
Death by Reese's Snoo Snoo.
Yes.
Reese Snoo Snoo.
What a way to go.
This is one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken. This was one of those pictures that, like, I took the picture and posted it on social media to be funny, and it blew up. And it blew up more than I thought it was going to blow up. This is Hershey's Chocolate World. Accessible, 35 minutes away from me. And in the candy section are just giant sections of all the candy you can buy. And I was like, this will be a funny picture. And it ended up being better than I ever expected it to be.
In a Reese's corner.
Just the comments that came from it. And I've taken a picture there. Most of the times we've gone back, I've like taken another picture. But this is the best one. This is the original one that set it off. I mean, that's my happy place right there. That is my fat kid happy place right there.
I think the only one that I have not tried is whatever's in that white box.
That's the white chocolate Reese's.
I have not tried the white chocolate.
They are as addicting as I will assume, because I've never done any drugs like this, but I'm assuming that's what a hard drug addiction feels like. Because you eat one and you're like, I need more.
Oh man, big cup over there above your head.
Oh, and they you seen the ones they sell that are like this big around, the giant Reese's.
The ones that are like the size of a pie.
They're like 5
pie.
pounds. Yeah, it's basically a pie. And it's like, the funniest false advertising ever on that thing. It says it's shareable. I'm like, that's adorable. Maybe if I buy a second one.
I'm not sharing this. This is all for me.
No, are you kidding me?
You know what I had?
Family size.
Oh yeah, family size. Yeah, well, I eat for a family of 4, so. I'm sorry, Eric.
The Reese's Outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking great. I think that's like my second favorite Reese's.
I mean, the one where the Reese's are big and so they have Reese's Pieces inside there.
Yes, those are amazing too. The only one I haven't tried is the one with the potato chips in them. Because I've done the pretzels. I like the pretzel one. I have not tried the potato chip one yet, but...
Potato chips work, because there's like a chocolate place in Syracuse, and they're like, we do dipped chocolate chip.
I mean...
Dipped potato chips.
Salt and sweet combos are good. Yeah. I like salt and sweet combos.
I mean, that's what salt and sweet is. Peanut butter. It's peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate covered pretzels, exactly.
Yeah. And
would you like a chocolate covered pretzel?
Yes.
No, you're missing the reference.
I am.
Mallrats, buddy. Mallrats. You don't want that chocolate covered pretzel.
I need to go back and like rewatch all Kevin Smith movies.
You want some shit remnants in your mouth? Okay.
But yes, one of my all-time favorite pictures. Oh, that's the Safari crew.
Yes, I figured it was like it's not just a picture of you doing a safari; it's like the entire group.
Yeah, so. This was the fall college program kids. We were Fall Advantage, so we were the ones that had the extra 3 months, and then so some of us are sprinkled in here, along with the Safari crew that was just in the fall. But yes, this was...
So like we got this picture, and I was like, "Where's Chris? Where's Chris? Oh, right in the fucking middle."
How'd you miss me?
Because you start looking at the sides and the front and the back.
Becomes the game of where's
He's
Waldo.
Right in the middle.
Still friends with a couple of these people to this day. And a couple of them, I sadly don't remember their names. That's just how these things are. But yes, that was the crew. That's actually a good group photo there. And I think that looks like Russ all the way in the back with the sunglasses on. Russell, if you're watching this, is that you back there? And his now wife, Heather, 2 rows up ahead of him on the edge next to the plant. So Russ and Heather, please confirm. I'm trying to see. Yeah, that looks like Russ back there with the sunglasses on, being cool. But yes, that was there's a good portion of crew there. Really fun. I do genuinely miss working at the safari. That was a really, really fun attraction to work at.
I think what amazes me right now is this picture is like nobody's sweating.
Yeah, because I think we took this near the end of the year, near the end of the program, so it was probably December. So we probably at least got a break from the humidity. At the very least, we got a break. Because I do notice several people are wearing their pants, which means it probably was slightly cooler out. But yeah, good memory. Good crew, good people. Good times. Hi, Kayla. Eric, you remember Kayla?
Yep.
That's us in test vehicle together.
This is one of those moments where I just like, I'm not sure he's not working right now. I'm pretty sure you were working.
I'm pretty sure I was working.
Yeah.
We decided to take a picture and we decided to have fun with it.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you know it's not just some random tourist that was like, let's take a picture together, and I decided to do it? I can't get in trouble for taking a picture, can I? Yeah, probably.
I don't know. You can get
Not a test vehicle. Okay, so Eric, should we explain what test vehicle was used for in the nicest possible terms?
Yes.
Okay, so test vehicle was there to make sure that before you got on the ride, your body dimensions would fit. Is that a polite way of saying it?
Yeah, it checks to see if you're too weirdly
Scott
shaped.
Steiner would say, "You're too fat."
I mean, it
was
wasn't
trying
just
not
fat
to
people,
say
it was
it,
also
but
tall people. 'Cause
Very
you could be
tall
super
people,
fucking
very
tall.
built people too. Yeah. It was also
It does look a little. It does look like if I was at my goal weight, I still might not fit.
it actually was a very tight ride, even for smaller people.
Like in the center there between Kayla and Chris, there's these 2 lights, not the big ones, but those little dots. Those would light up, and if they lit up, you fit.
Yeah.
It would, and that's how you would know.
If it was red, the vehicle couldn't actually dispatch, so you had to get the harness down enough so the vehicle was green. And once you had the green light, it would dispatch safely. And then there was the blinking light where it wasn't sure what it wanted to do, and that one usually failed. So if unless I had a solid green light, I wasn't doing anything else with it.
I remember one day a particular manager that I'm not going to say names, but
I love that I already know what story you're about to tell.
yeah, there was these 2 individuals. Now, they fit, right? And they probably would have been fine had they rode separate. But they decided to ride together. And there's a bar that feeds the information to these robots. We call it's the contact bar.
Mm-hmm.
So it uploads the ride, does all this stuff. And I kid you not, that when that contact bar came down, so did the ride. Like, it shifted enough where it was like, nah, fuck that. And we had to evacuate them off that ride, and we just moved them from one robot to the next robot, and we kept doing that because he was just like, oh no, you guys locked in, it's fine. And this manager is just like almost brought down the entire attraction.
Shut down an entire platform and was about to shut down another one, and the maintenance lady actually yelled at her.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it.
I actually felt bad for the people because they wanted to leave after the second failure, and the manager wouldn't let them go.
I know. I was just like, just give them fast passes or test track or something.
This was also crucial for people with claustrophobia. crucial for that. Sit down and make sure you're going to be okay with this thing over your head before we do this, because that actually happened quite a bit too. People would go into full-blown panic attacks.
Oh, yeah.
And that was never a good sign. So, yep, that's what that was for. SummerSlam, baby, 2007. And that shirt I got in Nice, because that was after my European trip. Of course, I had to take the picture.
You came back and then did SummerSlam.
Yeah, because I came
You
back.
had an amazing 2007. You had an amazing 2007.
This was at the old Continental Airlines Arena, now known as the Izod Center. Former home of
the Meadowlands.
The Meadowlands. Former home of the New Jersey Nets before they abandoned us and
went back to New York.
Sons of... And then the Devils abandoned that arena too and went to Prudential in Newark, which is a much nicer arena, but in a much worse area. So you got to pick and choose that one. SummerSlam 2007 was main evented by John Cena versus Randy Orton. It was not their first singles match, but the first big time one, because they did wrestle each other at the Eddie Guerrero tribute show. But that was the big main event that night. It was also the return of Rey Mysterio from an injury and Triple H from an injury. And you'll never guess which one was treated with more importance. Triple H got 3 entrances. So Rey Mysterio got 1, if that answers your question, by the way.
Okay.
But a fun show. I was sitting 7 rows back from the ring. At the time, that was the closest I'd ever sat at a major WWE show. So really good time. And when Steve Austin made a surprise appearance, the camera walked right past me, and I didn't even know I was on camera because I was too busy marking out for Stone Cold. And you can watch that on the WWE Network or the Peacock if you have the premium cock, and you can watch it on there with the WWE features, because I have premium cock. And you can watch the camera walk right past me, and I don't see a damn thing. But yes, fun trip. SummerSlam 07 in Jersey, not New York.
Speaking of Triple H,
that's the time I met him. Not the most personable wrestler in the world to meet. He was very much, thanks for coming out. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming out. Nothing.
Is that his workout book?
Yes, that was the workout book.
So all these other wrestlers put out autobiographies, and Triple H is like, here's my workout.
You know what the best part is about it? He did not personalize it to me, so I could just sell that with Triple H's autograph. I mean, I have the photo proof that he signed it right there. You know this picture has another story, right? Did you pick this for Triple H, Dan? Or did you pick this for that story? Do you even know what story?
This one.
Oh, you picked it. Oh, even better. Okay. So, James Gutman, who used to be a writer for... it wasn't PW Torch. It was another one of those similar sites, though. He broke out and did his own thing. He started his own website called World Wrestling Insanity, and he ended up publishing a book. And in the book, he was always really known for when he would write his articles of having like really silly Photoshop images of things. Like he has a picture of Triple H meeting like a little kid fan, and he's got Goldberg's face photoshopped on it, like Goldberg being all excited to meet the fan. So I'm going through the book, and it's a whole section about Triple H, and at the time he was kind of doing his whole thing where like he was burying people, he was monopolizing the spotlight, etc. That was kind of what the chapter was about. One of the people that he did this to was Chris Benoit. So I'm thumbing through the book, and I see this picture of Triple H, and next to him is a person with Benoit's face on it and a title belt photoshopped on it. And I'm like, boy, that picture looks familiar. It was this very picture. So I actually contacted him and showed him the original picture, and like, we laughed about it, and we joked about it. Now James Gutman is an advocate for autism because he has an autistic child. So he does a podcast and a blog, Hi Blog, I'm Dad, and Hi Pod, I'm Dad. and is a big really helps out those parents who may need help communicating with their autistic children. He's done a really, really good job with that. So he shifted from writing about how Triple H was an asshole in the mid-2000s to, hey, you too can communicate with your autistic child, and here's how. So shout out to him. But yes, that picture appeared in the book, and I had a big laugh about that when I saw it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. That's my picture. Because back in the day, if you were on the MySpace, God, my back hurts all of a sudden. I'm not sure why. If you were on the MySpace...
come on. Even I've only been off of MySpace for 15 years.
Yeah, so. Don't even start. But yeah, if you had MySpace and you had pictures on there, they all went public and could be Google searched. So all he did was look for pictures of Triple H with fans, and if you actually Google searched it, one of my pictures was on the first search bar.
And you just probably had a picture of Benoit ready to go, and your heads matched up good enough. And
yeah, so he just threw Benoit's head on it and photoshopped the title belt around my waist. And it was funny. And I think he photoshopped out the bookstore logo in the back was, I think, the only other thing that he did. But yeah, it was 100% my photo. And I actually, somewhere, probably on the old hard drive, I actually have the back-to-back pictures, the picture from the book and this picture. So you can see it's the exact picture. But yeah, no smile from him. Not very personable. Not the most pleasant guy to meet.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So this
Lex is gonna kill you if she sees this. Just so you know, she's gonna freak out if she sees this picture.
I saw this and I was just like, oh, well, if anything's gonna get us canceled, it's probably this.
Probably
right
that.
Here.
Yeah, this is a college party. We were drinking, as you can tell. No, this is like college. This is Montclair State University. Lex and Josh were dating. So whatever's happening there. There's nothing actually happening there, by the way. Because if there was, that photo wouldn't have made it onto Facebook. It would have gotten banned.
That is true.
She's going to be really, really mad if she sees this. I did not, in any way, shape, or form, approve this picture. Do not get mad at me.
If you go to Chris's Facebook page and look for photos of Chris, it is listed.
Yeah,
it is in there.
I like that I'm wearing sneakers with my dress clothes. That's a good.
You guys were playing. There. You played beer pong through.
For some reason, they had one of those freaking cars in there, so we decided to make the game more challenging.
That's fair. That is fair.
I'm gonna hope I don't have to.
Be like...
I'm just gonna hope that when I upload this, I don't have to cut this section out. And if I do, and you only saw 19 pictures, you know why. Well, there's no story here. March 23rd, 2013. Eric was there.
I was.
You indeed were. And I did the thing where I got.
Yeah, you did.
I got them married. And there's a Lego Iron Man on my boutonniere. All the groomsmen on their boutonnieres had a Lego superhero. And they all got to choose, except for me. Because Iron Man is Shannon's favorite, and that's who she wanted. Now, I wasn't going to complain. I love Iron Man too, so. And honestly, I probably would have chosen him. So there you go. That was at... that was at a really, really nice golf course, Stone something. Of course, I can't remember the name because I can't remember anything. But the reason we picked the venue, not only was it in our price range, but it was one of those venues that they book the whole day for you, even if you're having a wedding in the evening. You know how some venues, it's like, we'll bring you in at 2 o'clock, but then you're done at 6 because here comes the next one. They didn't do anything like that. They also didn't price gouge for a Saturday, because that was another thing. We're like, we're going to have to do this on a Sunday because it's the only day we can afford. Because all these venues would price gouge. This one didn't do it. Stony Brook.
It was so good.
Yeah, I know you had a good time.
I did. I think at one time I looked over at Rebecca like, that should be me up there, and like she was like, what? Like, marrying Chris. And he's like, oh, I thought it was the other way around. She was so pissed off.
That's all right, buddy.
Uh,
I got room in my heart for more. You just let me know. You will set a date.
it's funny because I feel like I know Shannon said that at some point. We were like, she thought we were gonna get married or something.
Oh, what?
Like,
she said it? Who didn't say it? That's going to be a
that's
shorter list. Everybody knew we were buds.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my old roommate Susie pointed it out too. She's like, you guys should have just gotten married. I'm like, yeah, probably. It's all right,
What's
buddy.
she doing now? I feel like I haven't seen Susie in like forever.
I don't know. Hopefully she'll see this video and then she'll answer your question in the comments.
I know, right? Write us.
This is going in the Nerd Table group. She's in there. She's one of the 83. The magical 83. Well, 80, because the three of us are in there, so I guess I gotta... One of our 80 friends. Or like 70 of mine, because there's like 10 people I don't know in there, but, you know, semantics. Yeah, no, we'll ask her. Hi, Susie. How you doing? Eric wants to know. Also, if we, I'm just thinking about if we actually got married, how much shit would probably go wrong technologically wise. Like, the DJ booth would probably blow up. Something would fall. The food would be amazing.
Fuck yeah. I mean, it'd probably just be like pizza rolls and random shit. But like, yeah.
You guys really got Taco Bell at your wedding? I'm sorry, are you complaining with your grilled stuffed burrito?
It's like, go over and have your Chick-fil-A, leave us alone.
Yeah, Eric, if you were gonna cater a wedding and you could literally just have like a fast food item there and nobody was gonna complain, what would you go with? What's
Panda
gonna be
Express.
Panda Express? Okay, there you go.
Panda Express.
Dude, I'll just have a plate full of egg rolls in front of me and be like, this is dinner.
Can I have the entire tub of the crab rangoon?
No, sir, don't take the chafing tray, sir. Good old. Remember the time Homer Simpson sued an all-you-can-eat buffet because he didn't get all he could eat? Tis no man, tis a remorseless eating machine. I remember the two big compliments we did get out of the wedding, though. One of them was the food, and the other one was the cake, which I guess technically is the same thing, but
it's usually from two very different places.
Considering that it was an Italian catering that was done right there at the restaurant on site, and the cake came from Publix.
Well, Publix cakes are fucking awesome. And that food was really legit.
Yeah. It was good food.
I think my favorite part about like your entire wedding is the questionnaire with the shoes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
That was fun. That was the funniest thing about that was like as much fun as it was, I remember it kind of being lame at points because he was asking like weird generic like marriage questions that didn't really apply to us. Like I remember one was, who balances the checkbook? And I was literally standing there with both shoes in my hand like, I don't know who balances a checkbook. We don't have one.
I think it was funny because neither one of you lifted your shoes. Like, oh god, here we go.
And then
also, who has a checkbook? What the fuck?
I know. My favorite one though was when he said, who is the better driver? Because I know we answered ourselves. Because we both think we're the better driver than the other one. It's been 9 years. It's her. The answer's her.
Is the better driver?
I think she is better than me, but she always makes me. But now she says I'm the better driver. So like, I guess we switched answers.
No, it's a fucking trick. Because Rebecca does the same thing, and it's because she just wants me to drive around all the time. She doesn't want to drive. That's all it is. They don't want to drive. I respect it. I wish I would have figured that out sooner.
I have a different opinion, but we'll not get into that right now. How many more pictures we got? Are we getting close to the end?
That's the end.
There it is. Well, that was fun. God, we're going to have to do this again. You're going to have to find 20 different pictures because that actually was really entertaining. And you know what? I'm going to do this to both of you. We're going to be doing a deep dive into your Facebooks now.
Good luck.
Oh, God.
All you're gonna get is pictures of me from college.
Deleting
fine.
my account right now.
The hell you are. The hell you are. If you have an idea for a 20 picture slideshow and you would like to be a guest on the show, let me know. Let me know what your contributions are and what kind of a slideshow we can do, or you can just leave it up to me. And I can make you feel things like I did with Eric. Dan, it's been a while since I've done one for you, so I think we're due.
Wait, does that mean I'm next?
Possibly. Maybe
You're next.
Maybe Eric and I will do a deep dive through your Facebook and see what we can find.
Good luck.
I don't know. That sounds like a challenge to me. You keep saying good luck. Like, you're acting like I can't do this, and you underestimate my power, sir. But yes, this was a ton of fun. Thank you guys. Check out the whole playlist and all the different slideshows we did back before we had the webcam stuff going on here. And check out all the great content. If you like this, subscribe, hit that button, click the like thingy and the bell and all that other fun YouTube crap that I hate. I kind of hate promoting it, but like, you know, I want to get more serious about this stuff. So, but yeah, there you have it. That was fun. Thank you guys for the fun trip down memory lane. And hopefully the video will not be obstructed when I click upload later, but I guess we'll see. If you're watching this right now on a bridge, then you know everything went fine. So, any final words, boys?
Be excellent to one another.
All right. See you guys.